What's up guys, Jesse here. First off, I want to thank you for taking the time out to check out my video. Now I like to answer a lot of questions about fitness, diet, anti-aging, that kind of stuff. So please be sure you click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also make sure you click that notification bell because like I said, I put out a whole lot of content. You don't want to miss any of this stuff. So this right here, this is a common question that people ask. And the thing about this question, there isn't necessarily a clear answer, but there are definitely clear strategies. And what that question is what is the optimal amount of time to rest between sets? And as you know, my channel is more focused towards anti-aging, so really I think about this from when you're 40 plus, really how much time really should you be resting between your sets in the gym? Now, in general, there are three approaches to how much time you're going to rest, okay? So one approach is there are short rest periods. Now these are rest periods about 30 seconds or so. And then you've got medium rest periods, which those rest periods are going to be from 30 to 90 seconds. And then you've got the longer rest periods that can go from 2 minutes, they can go up to 5 minutes, they can go even longer. Really kind of depends on what you're doing. Question again is, so which of these rest periods are going to be best for you? And ultimately that's going to depend on what your primary goal is. So let's just say that your primary goal is to build strength, okay? Longer rest periods, those are gonna be what you're gonna be using to build strength, and here's why. When you build strength, a couple of things are happening. First thing is a hypertrophy. I don't know, it's fun to say, hypertrophy. Hypertrophy. So the first thing is hypertrophy. Now, what hypertrophy is, that is the enlargement of an organ or tissue from an increase in cells, all right? So simple, when you're working out, you're stressing that muscle, and your muscle in response, it starts to add more cells, and add more cells, your muscles get bigger, they can contract with more force, and boom, you are stronger, all right? So that's part of why you become stronger when you work out. Plus there's a neuromuscular coordination aspect of it as well. So basically as we are forcing our muscles to lift heavier and heavier weights, our bodies become more efficient at lifting those weights. Let me give you an example. So you know when you're doing like a bicep curl? When you're doing a bicep curl, your body gets better and faster at sending signals to your biceps, right? So when you're doing those curls, it gets better at doing that. Also, your triceps, it stops your triceps from activating so much. Your triceps will actually activate to protect your arms when you're doing movements like that. What it does, your neuromuscular system is now getting better at deciding which muscles need to be triggered and which muscles need to be relaxed, thereby reducing resistance and so on. So getting stronger is really a combination of your hypertrophy and your body learning how to lift more weight efficiently. So to build strength, you're going to be working at close to max weight for each set. So the rep range is going to be low, 1 to 6 reps. And to get enough reps, you may need to do 3 or 6 sets or more. So you're going to really need a longer rest period to move that heavy weight. So here you're going to use 2 to 5 minutes or maybe a little bit longer on movements like squats or deadlifts. Because if you're going to try to lift your max weight, you're going to need to take a quick break. You're going to need to take a break, right? That's really what it's about in order to be able to do that over and over and over again. Plus, because remember, it's not just the strength of your muscles, it's also the neuromuscular connection, so you're going to want to rest your nerves a little bit as well. So that would be an instance where longer rest periods are going to make a little bit of sense. Now, to build mass, we're looking to maximize hypertrophy, right? We're looking to get our bodies producing the anabolic hormones like testosterone and growth hormone. Anabolic simply means we're going to take small molecules like fats and proteins, use them to build bigger ones like muscle tissue, right? Now, studies have shown that short to moderate rest periods of 30 seconds and 90 seconds are a good sweet spot for packing on the mass and getting a really good punch of those beneficial hormones. So in this time, this 30 to 90 seconds, your muscles can recover enough to continue to do reps in the 6 to 12 range with moderate weights. Now, short rest periods, typically my favorite, those are great for building endurance. Now, your muscles require oxygen and fuel in the form of sugars and fats to perform. So the more they are forced to run at a deficit, the more efficient they become at using that fuel and also at getting the fuel they need to function. So for this to work, they will actually increase the amount of capillaries in the muscle, and that way more nutrients can flow in more quickly, and then more waste flows out and flows out faster. So some of the other benefits of shorter rest periods are, well, they help keep the heart rate elevated, they increase fat loss, they help you maintain your intensity while you're working out. The most important benefit for me is that I get to get in more work in less time. All right, now, of course, there is a drawback. All right, you aren't giving your muscles adequate time to recover, so you can't necessarily muster enough strength to push through a whole lot of heavy, long rep sets. It's a difference between being able to perform 4 reps on your next set versus maybe another 10. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, for most men over 40, I recommend the shorter rest periods. And the main reason is time for us is at a premium. And also fighting fat is critical. Now, this doesn't mean that I don't sprinkle some variation into my workouts from time to time. I mean, I may do a week or two where I'm focused on some compound strength exercises like squats or deadlifts, and then I'm lifting very, very heavy and I just want to build up some strength. So yeah, I mean, I'm doing sets of 1 to 4 reps or something like that. And when I'm doing that and I'm doing really heavy weights, I'm gonna have to take some 2, 3, 4, and sometimes even 5-minute rest. And that's okay, but I don't do that very often. Now, if I'm on a mass tear and I really just want to build up some mass, then I'll switch over to doing the 8 to 12 rep range, and I've got 60 to 90 second rests between my sets, and that's pretty comfortable. The only negative I really have with that is I know when I do that, I'm adding 30 to 45 minutes to my workout if I want to have a similar amount of sets in that I normally do in my 30, 40 minute workouts. I mean, I'm essentially more than doubling the amount of time that my workout takes to do that. So ideally, I do like to keep my workouts under 40 minutes. I like to pack as much action into them as I can. So what's the right rest period for you? Again, if you're over 40, shoot for 60 seconds or less. You may have to work up to the point where you can do your rest periods as short as 30 seconds because that becomes an endurance play as well, but that is really ultimately what your goal is. Your goal is to get into the gym, work out as hard as you can for a short period of time, get out and get back to your life. That, I find, is the most effective way to attack things at this age. And your body's gonna love you for it. Your endurance is gonna go up, your hormone levels, testosterone, growth hormone, those are gonna go up, your fat stores are gonna go down, you're gonna see some great definition pop in your body, you're gonna see your muscles pop in there. That is really the way to go. And the cool thing is, since you're not spending 2 hours working out, you're able to go into the gym much more consistently. It's much easier to block off 30 to 40 minutes than to block off 2 hours. Which brings me to another point. A lot of times I see people with their rest periods, and the rest periods are extended not because they're strategically planning for their next set. In other words, hey, I'm doing these strength sets right now, so I know I need 3 to 4 minutes rest before I squat another 500 pounds. That's not what they're doing. What they're doing is they're talking. Their buddies over there, they walk in, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, did you watch this last night? Hey, this. Oh yeah, man, I know, it's just crazy. Can you believe that? Oh my God. And what ends up happening is they are there for 2 hours and they do the amount of work that it would take somebody 20 minutes to do, because they're talking the whole time. Now, if you go to the gym as primarily a social activity, that's one thing. But if you're like me and you're serious about your health and you're also serious about your time, you're going in there to make a difference. And to make a difference, you need to shut up and put up. That's my opinion. You could probably say, well, F you, Jesse, I don't agree, but that is my opinion. If you guys agree with me, please let me know in the comments below. If you don't, let me know in the comments below as well. We can have a discussion about it. Don't forget, again, please like that video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much, and boom.